Hi everyone, my name's Carl.
And I'm Nathan.
And we've got Bowls in the Head. Today's short video clip is an introduction that Nathan and I would like to get out to everybody. We're going to have a quick chat about our background, where we've come from, why we've looked into doing what we're doing with this page. I'm going to start off with Nathan. Nathan, tell us about the first time you played bowls.
The first time I played bowls. First time I played bowls was at the Wellington Bowling Club, just between Orange and Dubbo, and it was for a fireman's day. I was invited to a fireman's day. We went up there, had a good day, and from then on I decided to play barefoot bowls, and I liked it a bit more, so played Wednesdays as social, Sundays social, then started to play a bit of championships.
So you really got into it once you
I think
got your first taste of it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay. Tell us some more about your championship games.
My championship games. It started off slow, obviously. I was still learning, but then I started to get a hang of the game, and then eventually started to be a bit more competitive, and started to, it branched out to a few district games, played pennants, and then it all went from there. But I couldn't have done that without the help of a lot of the bowlers there to teach me how to play and encourage me.
Do you want to give a quick shout out to some of those bowlers?
A quick shout out to a lot of them. There's a lot of them I couldn't do it. Shout out to all of them. There's places like Terry Jackson, who's passed away, and Peter Baker is still alive. He's a good pairs partner of mine at Wellington. And Heath Maguire, took me from Wellington to another club just for an experience, and it was good. And I still like to have a game with him to this day, and many other people.
Yeah, okay, well, that sounds good. And what do you do for day-to-day work?
I'm a plumber. Yep, I'm the owner of NJB Plumbing and Gas Fitting.
There you go, folks. If you are looking for a plumber, preferably down in the Southern Highlands region, be sure to get in contact with Nathan from NJB Plumbing.
That's right, yep.
And who do you bowl for now, Nathan?
Bowl at Bowra Rowing Club.
And
I've been there for 1 year.
Who's your most favourite pairs partner?
I'd like to know Carl Spilker.
I thought it might have been Noel.
He's just a young fella. He's a bit raw. He needs more experience, mind you. Apparently.
I thought it might have been Noel from Bowls.
Noel Fraser is a good mate of mine, and I've got a lot of good mates at that club.
Very good. That's good, Nathan.
What about yourself, Carl?
What about myself? Okay, so I'm only fresh to the sport. I started bowling, I think it was July 2017. I've got a very competitive nature. I've always been sort of good with sports and competitive at school and things like that. It was more designed for sports as opposed to academics, if you like.
Or work.
I don't like doing that much either. So I took it up and had a feeling that I was going to, if I enjoyed it, I would be very competitive with it, and have achieved a little bit within my first sort of short time of bowling. Club Fours champions in 2017, and we're about to defend our title tomorrow.
Yep.
And back it up 2 years in a row.
You've also won the minor pairs.
Minor pairs, which was my first experience, if you like, with skipping. And another rookie, Alistair McGee, we paired up and did very well. And it was, it was sort of something that I enjoy. Led for grade 6 pennants. Season just gone, 2018, and then also had an opportunity to lead for our third grade team.
Yep.
Which we won the district zone flag, and then went on to Dubbo. And failed miserably, but that's all right. It's okay. We had a bad weekend. It's all good. It's all good. You were there with me as well.
Yep.
And we certainly weren't in our best. Weren't displaying our best bowling abilities.
Well, not all of us anyway, but
no, that's right.
It happens on the day, mate. It can happen on the day.
It does.
It's a learning curve, a big learning curve.
And I guess that's sort of what I picked up over, the short time that I've been that I've been bowling that it's very much a psychological game.
Yep.
You know, the mentality that you have behind it, the concentration, the focus, the discipline.
Yep.
And it's hard to maintain it for a full game.
Well, if you do, mate, you might win by 63 or something.
Well, that's right. We did very well in that competition. Set the record for the highest number of shots scored in a 21-end match. Was it 63?
63.
63 shots we made in over 21 ends. We did quite well. But yeah, that was sort of my background with bowls. I also have my business that I work for, that I own, the franchise for the Australian Poker League, and very much into poker, enjoy my poker. And I basically organise tournaments for a living in pubs and clubs in my designated area of my franchise. And yeah, work predominantly evenings, got lots of time to practice my bowls and make video clips and venture into other avenues of business.
Yep, something you love too, something I love as well, and that's why we've actually tried to do this, is because you never work a day in your life if you do what you love, you know?
No, that's right.
True?
That's right.
Yeah.
And we put this together for the bowls community. Something that I've picked up, again, within the short time that I've been involved with bowls is I have a feeling that I'm not clouded by, you know, club's history or the way bowls has been, or you know, sort of the negatives that always seem to sort of pop up.
You've got a fresh approach to it.
I've got a fresh approach to it, and to be honest, mate, I can't understand why more isn't being done with this sport. And this is where you and I have teamed up, and we're going to introduce something to the sport that is, again, at a club level, the average level, and
which is what we are.
Which is what we are. That's right.
But we will not exclude the high level, because we will look at the high level and aspire to get there.
Correct.
So you know,
and that's
this is what the show's kind of it's what it's about. It's two Joe Blowers and a Cass that love playing bowls.
That's right.
But yet we all love to see what's going on at the high levels.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're gonna actually, you know, showcase a lot of that.
That's right. Yeah, no, we do. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up, and another video clip that we'll be making very soon regarding our first talkback show that we will be holding in the next couple of weeks. Very, very exciting, with a very special guest who has achieved a lot.
In that guest, can I tell them who the guest is?
Oh, if you can, because this probably isn't going to go up on the page anyway until we hit our blooper reels and until after we have the interview with him.
So we can cut this part out anyway.
So we can cut this part out anyway. That's right.
Yeah. Well, it's Mark Casey, guys, and he's running UBC, Ultimate Bowls Championship. And yeah, look, we're excited to see where that leads. One day we would love to chuck a team in there, realistically, but everyone can have dreams.
Well, they can. I mean, there's no reason why we can't down the track. You know, it is very much a top-end tournament, if you like, and boasts a prize pool of $500,000. Which is huge.
Yeah.
Look, I think it's fantastic. I've spoken with Mark briefly about it, and I think it's going to do wonders for the sport. I think one of the things that this sport not lacks, but I think things that maybe people don't see is you can win some big money.
Of course.
Playing lawn bowls. It's different to your mainstream sports, you know, like your rugby league, rugby union, AFL, where you know, I've never heard of a rugby league tournament where you can play on a weekend and, you know, win substantial amounts of money.
It's in a whole different kettle of fish, but
completely.
Bowls is an all-round game. Like I'm talking, you know, Monday to Sunday. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know, and anyone like ourselves, all of us can play it.
Yep.
You know, from your beginner, you know, to your professional.
Yeah, look, that's right.
And you don't have to be the greatest bowler in the world to win money. I pick good teams, and sometimes I'll get the money.
Well, that's right. You know, and it's sort of it's a unique sport in that your team, well, it can vary.
Can carry one player.
Well, it can carry one player, but it can vary from week to week or from tournament to tournament.
That's exactly right. It's a mental game.
It is very much so, you know, and
some days you can be on some days you're off and the other person's on, you know.
That's right.
Someone you may expect to, but you should never expect to beat anyone, you know, puts his game on because he's playing against a player that, you know, he thinks he can match it with.
Yeah, look, that's right, you know, and it's...
If you drop the ball, mate, you're gone.
Yeah, that's right. You know, so these are all sorts of things that we're wanting to highlight within our page and what we're trying to do here. But most of all, we're wanting to expose the sport with the smaller clubs, give them some recognition, and like we've mentioned in previous gag videos that we've put together, that we want to go and visit a club, hopefully on a monthly basis. Next year at some point we'll be looking at doing that, and we want to find out what your club does, and you know, the things that you are implementing to sustain your club.
Yeah, we want to showcase your club too. Give you that little bit of a spotlight on your club, let you showcase the club and let everyone know where you're at, what you're about. You know, talk to a few of the bowlers. Like I said, it's about, you know, it's not about the people up here, it's also about the average bowler as well.
That's exactly right.
You know, and the average bowler, you know, makes a club.
It's the average bowlers that keep clubs running to an extent.
Exactly
You know,
right.
it's the trickle, the trickling. You know what I mean? That sort of
Just social bowls,
keeps the club turning over.
just Saturday bowls.
That's right. You know, so
Your
we want
championships.
to highlight those aspects of the sport, and in the hope that, you know, people are going to watch video clips like this, and you know, we'll go, yeah, you know what, I really like this sport, I might go and have a look at it.
And we also want you to feel comfortable having your say on this show. You know, everyone's opinion is taken into consideration here. You know, it might bring up a good discussion, you know. Now and then we'll throw it up on the Facebook page. You know, put your questions on the Facebook page.
That's right.
And we might pick your question out, you know, to put on the show.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. We very much encourage feedback from the bowls community, and we're not expecting everybody to agree with, you know, some of the things that we talk about and the things that, you know, maybe Nathan and I, you know, think are a good thing.
Mate, I'm sure Carl and I will disagree at times.
I'm fairly certain we will too. It's all part of it, and that's all part of the show. Okay, folks. Well, that's a very short introduction of Nathan and myself. We hope to speak a bit more with you all and raise some topics and have a good time with this show, and showcase and highlight some things within the sport that maybe a lot of people don't know about.
That's right, guys. The show is for the people, and we just want to put it out there and get your opinions.
That's right, and we look forward to speaking with you all. My name's Carl.
And I'm Nathan.
And we've got bowls in the head.